the late Will Smith, Pat Swilling, Wayne Martin, and Ricky Jackson at 115. You good for 55 and a half more?
60?
60? 60 and a half.
Make it even 120 before I'm out.
All right, baby. You heard it here first. I guess initially, talk about this defense and how it grew this past year after an 0-2 start to really have this identity. And you gave up 28.4 points in 2016 and 20.4 points in 2017. This defense was its own identity.
I mean, when you talk about the turnover from 2 years ago to last year, you talk about the additions of Marshawn Lattimore, the development of Ken Crawley. They became a hell of a tandem. I don't know if y'all were watching, but that was a sort of a shutdown.
We did
situation.
see that, quite frankly,
right.
yes.
You know, you bring in Marcus Williams, who played his behind off.
Tush.
His behind off. And then, of course, you had your surgence of Kenny Vaccaro and Von Bell that we clearly paid dividends in for the secondary. You bring in Manti Te'o, who balled out the second part this year. And that, you know, in our front, which I was pretty proud of. Alex Okafor goes down. Sheldon Rankins goes from a 3 technique to a defensive end, holds it down strong. And, you know, we ended up with, 40-something sacks. So I think we finished top 5 in terms of sacks. We're looking for that #1 spot.
It was impressive. It really was. I mean, this defense took it on the chin for the last few years. So when they traded up from 27 to 14, what were you thinking? Were you thinking defense or were you thinking quarterback at the time?
When they traded up, you know, I sort of witnessed all these trades and even heard, you know, rumors just like everybody else did about possibly trading up. I was like, are we going to go get? All right, so we're going for a defensive end. Perfect. You know, it happens once every, like 7 years?
That's right.
I think, you know, Will Smith was, you know, the last defensive end out, the first round defensive ends I was part of, and then me, and now this kid. So, I mean, I'm going to lie to you, expectations are at least a Pro Bowl.
6'6", big kid, 264 pounds, fast athlete.
Right.
What did you think of the pick of Marcus Davenport? What have you seen of him? What do you know of him?
Yeah, I immediately started watching some UTSA film. When you talk about, you know, Power 5 conference and those that are outside of it. So, I mean, he's raw, and I mean, he's got a lot of potential. And I can't speak for who he is as a person yet, but I'd love to see him get in the building and try and start working with him as soon as I can.
And there's always this anointment of, okay, well, he's going to be opposite you and take some pressure off you. But Sheldon Rankins is there. This kid's going to have to come in and earn everything. And it's, as this team knows, it's smart player and best player plays the game. Doesn't matter where you were drafted. None of that matters. And that's got to be the case. And that happened in the secondary last year, where we had guys come in and it made that unit better. And you get guys come in on the defensive line and it makes the whole unit better, right?
No doubt. High level only commands more high level play. So when you talk about, you know, if he comes to our D-line, when he comes to our D-line, he'll have Sheldon Rankins and David Onyemata interior wise, Alex Okafor who'll be healthy. You come back with Trey Henderson as well, and then you have me on this opposite side. That lets us do a lot of things with our front. Our front can easily turn into a bear package if we needed to. It can also turn into, I've seen him turn into a 2-point stand, so he could be a 4-3 with the outside linebacker type.
Wow, that's an interesting aspect to be able to go 3-4-4-3. Certainly this crowd knows a lot about, you know, when they were a 3-4 defense, but just to have that ability to do that. And I know one of the things that Sean Payton talked about prior to this draft was, I'm going to get a pressure player, a guy who can make things happen on his own, and hopefully that can be certainly Marcus Davenport. Now, he is a quiet guy. He's a poet. He journals a lot. He's calm.
Stop. Is he
now,
really a poet?
You're gonna leave this kid alone, aren't you?
He's got haikus in him?
He's a poet and a journalist, you know.
A journalist?
Yeah, he journals a lot. He's a poet. You're a poet.
Look, these 1990s kids are born different. You know, they rock satchels. You know, I mean, they're bringing back the LT earrings. I saw the double dangles.
You'll help him with some of the dress code.
Yeah, if he needs some help,
defensive
like,
dress
you know,
code.
like I guess I'm getting up there. You know, I'm heading into year 8. I might be considered old school at this point. I'm 28. Who knows? Right? Yeah. I don't wear jeggings. I wear them tight fitted, but you know.
I wear them loose fitted right here. That's what's coming your way next,
I mean,
baby.
when I go back in, and I touch the crawfish, I might be right there with you.
Tell me what the rest of this off season, what you're doing now, and kind of what the rest of the off season is for you.
I mean, we're lifting right now as a team. I'm finishing up rehab because I had a bone spur I've been playing with for the past couple of years. Finally got that shaved down. I feel old.
You're 28.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm too old to be having foot problems. 28. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm 28, and honestly, I'm feeling way better. I just started back running this week, so whenever training camp hits, I'll be in there full go. So I'm looking to have a better year than last year. That's all I can say.
I like to hear that. Last question. So they just picked an offensive tackle. They had to kind of replace Clemente, because losing him.
Senio Clemente?
Senio Clemente. Jesus.
He's my teammate. That was my guy.
So, but losing him and having the ability, but we saw this offensive line last year. They just picked Leonard up from Florida State. The ability, because you've got to have depth. It's so important in the defensive line and the offensive line. Last year, never more important than it was for that offensive line. They did a great job. True?
No doubt. And a lot of that was because of Senio's ability to be able to flex inside, outside, left tackle, right guard, left guard. If you asked him to, he'd probably play center. I'm not saying that's a high ceiling for what we just drafted in, because I don't watch speed bumps like that.
Right.
Offensive lineman.
Who would you have 4 more picks? Who do you want? You're the general manager. I just anointed you.
More?
Yeah, 4 more. 1 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th.
What do you think we need? Because I'm looking at my team and I'm feeling like we hella stacked right now.
I don't know what.
So you tell me. Look, because you're like, yo, what else do you think you need?
Well, you're not going to get anybody in the secondary. You got nowhere to put them in the secondary.
Right.
Maybe a linebacker, certainly a tight end.
We got Ken Crawley, Marshawn Lattimore, brought in P-Rob, P.J. Williams to back him up. We got Marcus Williams to Von Bell. We got the safety over from Carolina.
Ain't nobody
linebacker core, we got Manti, AJ, Demario Davis. Front line, we got Alex Okafor, me, you got David Onyemata, Rankins. I don't know what you want to draft at these
So
picks.
we can just go home, that's it?
Yeah, Marcus.
Shut it down. We don't need any more.
Yeah.
Just give the picks away.
I mean, stash them. Can we stash them?
That's right. We'd like to save these.
Hey, just have them off the hip. Like, we don't know what we're going to need 2 weeks from now, but
I'll need a mulligan. I'll need a mulligan for next year. We'll keep them in the pocket.
Right.
QB to learn.
Well, they got 4 picks. I'll be stunned if they don't make some moves. They'll make a move. They'll make a move. They won't pick 4 more.
I don't know if you're gonna find a Tom Brady in the 7th round this draft. I don't.
But look what this team has found. The last pick that the Saints have today is 245, the 245th pick. Marcus Colston was the 252nd pick. Zach Strief was the 210th. He was in the 7th round, just ahead of him. So Marcus Colston got drafted after where the Saints are picking today. So you just don't know.
So you're saying we got to back up with another D end and another OT and another. We'll just replicate our first 3 picks of the back 4.
That's right. That's not much. Yep. Just all I said to Coach Payton and Mickey said. All fans want is just another 2017. That's it. That's all they want.
Not ask for much.
Right. That's not it.
Just a defensive rookie of the year, an offensive rookie of the year,
and 5 starters,
a defensive runner-up, DPOY runner-up. I mean,
and Alex Anzalone stays healthy. Trey Henderson played great. Akeem Muhammad. I mean, it could have been really a lot more impressive. That was pretty impressive as it was.
So what are you saying?
Oh gosh.
The last 4 picks. What are you calling?
The last 4 picks today, I think, are going to be depth. It's going to be about depth.
Where?
Offensive line, tight end, and linebacker. Those 3 picks. Those 3 positions.
I can put out tight end, but we have Ben Watson, and then we have Human.
You got to pick somebody.
Yeah, we got. I mean,
here's my. If you had just dropped in from Mars, and you look at the Saints roster and you go, Ben Watson, Jermon Bushrod, Patrick Robinson. It's like, what happened? But I mean, I think that speaks to where these guys are moving, progressing in their career, like a Patrick Robinson, and knowing this system. Sean and Mickey trust them. They know they're loyal. They know they're smart. And so you get those guys back, and they fill key holes.
No doubt. And hopefully we're sitting here next February, about to take off to Atlanta to get this second Super Bowl. we got bigger dreams.
We do. A lot more to come. Everyone, Cam Jordan, 59 and a half sacks. Soon to be an NFL analyst on some station somewhere.
On a podcast from my couch.
Cam Jordan.